Listen to this. This is the difference between men and women when it comes to dating. Yesterday, I'm on the phone with a guy that I had a huge crush on, and I'm telling him that now that the dust has settled and the vision is clear, I'm telling him, if I had known what I know now, I don't think I would have pursued you. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, you are the biggest fuckboy I've ever met, and you know that. He's like, Aubrey, what did you think was gonna happen? We were gonna get married? I was like, no. No, that's crazy. That thought never crossed my mind. Of course I would never marry you. I would never marry you, actually. No. This isn't, no. Yes! Yeah. Maybe for like a hot second, I just envisioned it for just a second. With my stupid girl brain. The fuck? No. I know we were just having fun. In the sun. That's the difference. Okay?
My boyfriend is off today and I have to work today. Whatever. It's not a big deal. And he said, my hands are going to be tied up, so I'll message you when I can. Your hands are going to be tied up? So I called him. What do you mean your hands are going to be tied up? Kaylin, it's just a word to say that I'm going to be busy. Busy. I'm washing my car, you know what I'm doing, taking my da-da-da-da-da, but tied up. He asked me, do I need to vlog my whole day for you? Yep. I'm not off till 4. Yes you do. Because what do you mean your hands are tied up? Untie them. Communicate, talk. I want to know what's going on. I'm not there. Fuck out of my face with hands tied up.
My husband doesn't buy me flowers anymore. My boyfriend isn't taking me on nice dates. I wish my man did half the things that your man did for you. If this is a conversation that you are having with friends, which I've had plenty of these conversations, people coming to me saying these things, then listen up. And know this conversation has nothing to do with how to get your man to do these things.
Hold on now. She might actually be cooking. Let's see.
I need you to do me a favor and draw a circle around yourself and work on everything inside of that circle. Is your man in that circle? No, just you.
I love exactly what I am hearing. This is very promising. You know what I'm saying? This is going in the right direction.
When was the last time that you did something nice for him? When was the last time you cooked him his favorite meal or baked him his favorite treats, wrote him a sweet little note, picked up something at the store that you thought that he would like? When was the last time that you inconvenienced yourself for him? Him buying you flowers, cooking you dinner, taking you on a nice date, those are all him inconveniencing himself for you. Have you even shown your gratitude to him?
I gotta go ahead and put my glasses on for this, man. This truly makes me happy, you know what I'm saying? Woman and accountability? Is this reality? This can't be real. You know what I'm saying? I love to see a woman taking accountability for their actions, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's the key to life. If you want to succeed in life, you must look within before you judge others. And then you will be able to give a clear and mindful decision. One must look at their own actions before they can judge another. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you are already doing these things, you are fine. But if you're complaining about your man not doing enough things for you, go ahead and check if you're doing everything for him that he needs. You know what I'm saying? Love is a two-way street. Both of them have to be connected. Y'all both have to do everything together. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect something out of him if you don't do it yourself. You feel me?
Can someone explain to me why specifically men feel the need to comment rude and irrelevant things on videos that don't even pertain to them? Like, we're already aware that most men hate women. You don't need to give us receipts. But if you are gonna post something rude and I respond to it, have the balls to respond back. Fight me. I want to fight.
Well, you probably did say something stupid. I know y'all don't connect the two, but you said something stupid and they responded.
Okay, here's the thing. I have been cosplaying as a masculine, independent woman for far too fucking long. I would love to be in the feminine. I would love to feel safe around a man, and the fucking second that a man says that he feels unsafe in a certain area, no, you're just not aware. Like, a woman has to be literally wherever she fucking is. She can be in the nicest, safest neighborhood ever and still have to be aware. And if a man feels unsafe, then you're not aware. And that is a man that I do not want around me, because you're not aware of your surroundings. Everywhere I go, if I walk by someone, if I walk by a man on the fucking side of the street, I'm thinking, okay, if he turns around and he tries to grab my purse, what am I going to do? Okay, I have my nails at the ready. If I got to claw his fucking eyes out, I can kick him in the balls with my knee. I can do this, I can do that, right? I literally have a taser in my car. Pepper spray, mace, it's always been a thing. I know how to use them. I know what to think. I have to be aware. I'm going to get gas. I'm going to be aware of my surroundings. If a man feels unsafe anywhere, no, you're just not aware. And that is a privileged thing to say as a male. Especially if you're trying to date a woman, like, can you just never say that seriously? Because what do you want us to feel? If you feel unsafe, what the fuck am I supposed to feel like? Your babysitter? Are you going to be walking with me and a fucking dude mugs me and you're like, oh, baby, I think you have a 20 in your purse, right? You'd be the one that runs. And I'd be the one fighting for my life. Like, no fucking thanks. No.
So first of all, Jordan, you've been cosplaying because that's what you want to do. And you're talking about all of this scenario. Well, if a man is in a safe neighborhood, then then nothing's going to happen to him. He just got to be, aware. I think what you're saying is I have to be prepared. A man doesn't have to be prepared. He just has to know, oh, I need to stay out of these areas. I don't need to go here. If I go to a safe area, then nothing's going to happen to me. But even if, as a woman, I go to a safe area, as a woman, I still have to be ready, because I don't know what's going to happen. I'm weak. And then she went through a whole list of things that she had to have. That's not true. Men still carry. It don't matter where my dad go. It don't matter where my brother go. It literally doesn't matter. It's still carrying. It's still on the hip. It's still in the case. It's still in the trunk. It don't matter at all. It don't matter if I'm in a nice neighborhood. It don't matter if I'm in a terrible neighborhood. More so in a terrible neighborhood, because obviously crime. But anything and everything can pop off in a quote unquote nice neighborhood. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know who's coming in and out. And we can try to blame it on riffraff. But the fact of the matter is, there might just be some dude or some woman that's having a bad day or whatever it might be, and they decide to do something stupid. I never and will never go running around a neighborhood or anywhere at night, not really even in the day, with headphones on. I got to be able to see what's going on. I never do that. When I used to go to school, it used to be women left and right at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, jogging around campus, talking about, I got robbed. They took my cell phone. They climbing in my windows. I'm like, how is this happening? Jogging around at night in headphones. Who does that? That's stupid. Stop doing that. I don't know. You're not a victim. Men have to do this too.
I don't know if this is like a crazy take, but like, girls will go to the bar like literally dressed in like almost a thong, but then be like, all guys ever want to do is like hook up with me. And I'm like, wait, like, isn't that the whole point of your outfit? Like, they'll get upset if guys like sexualize them, but they're like literally sexualizing themselves. I don't know. Is this like crazy to think?
Am I wrong for not wanting to be the provider starting?
Yep. Yes, you are.
When I first meet somebody.
Yes, you are.
Let me ask you a question.
All right.
First date, 50-50.
No.
What you talking about then?
I'm talking about, like, I need money for this. I need money
Hair
for this.
done, nails done, everything did type.
One more quick context question.
All right.
Y'all.
In dating, yes.
Oh, she got you a little bit of. You can't buy no groceries.
No.
You get over her legs, but you won't open your wallet. What's up?
Groceries.
If you're not looking to spend money, then you shouldn't be crossing that threshold of being intimate with a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because it is going to set a precedent both ways. We know as men, when we get into that pocket, there's an expectation. If we spend a certain amount of bread, that should be on the table. That kind of goes both ways.
I'm gonna be honest, everything that they were talking about sounds like S-work. And I've done online S-work myself, so I'm not saying that that is wrong. However, I do think that when you apply S-work to regular dating dynamics, that's when things can get very murky. One of the guys said when they spend a certain amount of bread, he knows that there should be an expectation for the woman to, but I actually don't agree with that at all. That should not be an expectation. Because if it is an expectation, like I said, that's S-work. I'm all for people choosing the relationship dynamics that they want, and there are many men who still want to be a provider now, but there are a lot of men who don't. And so when you make this transactional and you say, well, if I spend money, then I get this, like I said, first of all, it's S-work. That basically is what it is. But then also, it basically sets up the precedent that having sex is just for the guy's pleasure. When in my opinion, it should be an experience that both of you are sharing together because you genuinely want to. Sex shouldn't just be for the guy's pleasure. The woman should also be getting pleasure out of it also. And if she's not, then she should leave. Now, I do understand that there is the O gap, and this is a very studied thing, but women also need to assert their boundaries more and be more vocal with the type of things that they want in the bedroom. And if men are not willing to meet their standards, then they should leave the relationship. But I don't necessarily agree with spending money to overcompensate for the fact that they might not enjoy having sex with that particular guy. And I'm also not a big fan of these guys telling him that he should automatically want to be a provider. Also, even what he was talking about, he wasn't even necessarily saying that he wouldn't pay for the dates. What he was saying is that in the very early dating phases, he didn't want to pay for a woman to get her nails done. He didn't want to pay for extravagant extra things that have nothing to do with their dates or things that they're sharing together. And to me, that makes complete sense. Even if you are a man who wants a provider dynamic, it's totally acceptable for you to only want that once it hits a certain level of seriousness. Now, sure, those men still might, pay for dates and stuff like that, but expecting these fancy shopping trips or for a guy to pay your entire rent when you've barely been dating for even a few months, I don't even think it worked that way back in the day. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's not the way that I saw it work in my parents' day, at least. I just think that viewing this, like I said, as a very transactional agreement, I think it creates a lot of entitlement and expectations, and then you're not even actually focused on if you have a connection with that person, if you genuinely like them, if you enjoy the intimacy that you're sharing together. And so I feel like that should be at the forefront before you're thinking about, oh, if I do this, I get this. I understand that there's always going to be at least some transactional element of a relationship, but them sort of directly correlating it and being like, oh, okay, I pay for this, she gives me. Like I said, to me that just sounds like S-work. There's nothing against S-work, but I don't think it's realistic advice to give somebody who doesn't want to be aligned with S-work. But that is my personal opinion. It might be unpopular, so let me know what you guys think. Bye.
Thank you. And this is what they're not getting. They're so quick to say, no, you should pay. That's S-work. She is a glorified street worker. If y'all are doing it, it's because she wanted it. You're not forcing her. She wanted it for the most part. She wanted it. Oh, well, no, he didn't do nothing. You wanted it. You was feeling it, and y'all did it. Whether he was good afterwards or not, that's not on the table. That's what you wanted. That's what both of y'all wanted. Y'all did it. Well, now you got to pay me. No, I got to pay nothing. So what happens if it was more enjoyable for you than him? Now you got to pay him, but you're not going to do that. Well, some women will, so, and they don't care about that. He come over and pipe me down and get on out the way. So, maybe there's something to it.
This is a purely hypothetical question for the ladies of the panel. If you were a single man and you now had to look for a woman to be your wife/life partner, what type or types of women would you avoid?
One who's argumentative, one who doesn't know how to apologize, one who does not take accountability, one who cannot steward a relationship appropriately, one who does not respect me, one who does not show love to her friends and her family, one who does not know how to be a mother, one who does not know how to build a house as well. You can learn how to cook, you can learn how to clean, you can learn how to put some pictures on your wall, because I need you to make it a home. One who judges me. Because when I come to you, I want to know that when I communicate with you, I will not be judged, so I will feel safe. We tell men we want to be safe and we want to be secure. You think they don't want the same thing? That's a basic human need. I couldn't imagine being a man coming to a home and a woman's always arguing with me. What? I gotta deal with the world, and you mean to tell me my home is not my safety? I gotta come to a home with 4 white walls while you going out and having brunch with your girls, but you can't put pictures on the wall. You can't make it homey. You won't even build a basic skill of cooking. You can go out to McDonald's, you say, well, I just don't cook. Well, maybe you can learn. For a moment, make it homey. You don't even pray right. What you talking about? We always talking about submission, but you don't submit to nothing. That's the reason why you so irresponsible, why you so responsive, why you always going back and forth. That's the reason why you so immature, because you don't submit to nothing but yourself and Instagram. I can't be with a woman who always want attention. I can't be with a woman who prioritizes her friendships over me. Yeah, your friendships are important, but remember that I'm important as well, because we building something. I can't be with a woman who lacks ambition. I can't be with a woman who don't know how to carry the weight as well, because it may be some days I always want to talk about 50-50 and 100-100. There may be a day where I face life. I'm trying to protect you. I'm trying to build. I'm trying to do everything else. And today I can't present it as 100%. You cool with me trying to love you at this very little capacity that I have, but I'm still extending my love. Are you going to be graceful? Can you extend me mercy? I can't be with a woman who's not forgiving, because I'm a human and I'm going to make mistakes. And this ain't about cheating. One day I may be angry because of life outside of you, and I may be irritable when I come to you, and it has nothing to do with you. Can you forgive me though, baby? I can't be with that type of woman.
And you can just waste time, spend time. You have time to this and time to that. A lot of women who are single mothers are looking for a father for their children. That's a whole different ball game than just going out on a date on a Saturday night, somebody to hang out with and sleep with. So a woman coming into that reality, there is no problem with that. But a lot of the women who push back, just like the women that he had conversations with, have a problem because of what it truly means for them in their future.
Let's be realistic, Samuel. It's about value.
Yeah, and your value is low.
Oh, wow. And how do you know that? You're not
because
sure
you're 5'4" and 2.
Okay.
And 37 years old with 2 kids. That's how I know. In Kentucky. See your picture.
You just say you.
And I'm listening to how you talk. And I'm listening to your energy. I'm listening to your tone. I'm listening to your relationships. See, what it is, you ladies don't like when somebody is just direct with you. Honest. I got no dog in this fight. I had a woman on here earlier and I told her she was absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't trying to screw you. You ain't giving me no money. What am I getting out of this?
He also, Kevin Samuels always brought up the fact that, it's very different for women than it is men. I remember when Cheyenne Bryant was talking about, Cam Newton has created these broken homes. And the caveat to that is that it's more for the women. Because it's not for the man, because he is able to move on, get married, start new families as he's done, and it doesn't affect him in the same way that it would affect a woman.
Even if I have children, I got more options than you. I can go find a woman with no kids because I can afford both of you. If I can afford to take care of you and your kids, I can afford to take care of her and no kids.
Yeah.
Why would I pick you and your kids when I know your kids are not going to, I'm not their father. They'll never look at me as their father. I got all the responsibility and none of the upside of being a biological father. Can I discipline those children like they were my own?
They don't need discipline. They're very
see, that's your problem. There you go, right there.
In a woman, it looks like, well, wait a minute. You had the provision, you had the family unit, and now you don't have that anymore. And so now you're just looking for like a spot filler for that same thing that you created and wanted with somebody else.
If you're a baby mama, more men are starting to look at it this way. You are not a baby mama. You are a broken family. And you need to go back to your baby daddy, ex-boyfriend, whatever he is, and work your problems out and put your family back together. That is honestly your best bet. And if that's untenable, then you got to understand that men are saying, why'd you have the kid then?
And him, like he said, I don't have any dog in this fight. I'm just trying to tell you. And they don't want to hear that. Even they always think that men hate them and men are trying to discourage them, trying to put them down. But I'm just telling you the truth. It doesn't behoove a man to date you when you're not really bringing anything to the table but demand.
Men are allergic to fun because tell me why we go to this matchmaking festival today. It's Valentine's Day.
So basically not enough men at the matchmaking festival. I know, crazy, right? I've seen this topic a lot where it's like men don't go to events like that. And here's the thing. I'm not saying I agree with this mindset, even though I have it. But men, I just want to ask you, would you ever go to a matchmaking convention? Nah, right? And you know why? I feel like one of the first words to come to your head was desperation. It just comes off desperate. Like, you know how some people view dating apps where they're like, oh my gosh, you're on a dating app? Like, dating isn't working out for you that well to the point where you're on an app? I feel like that's how most men feel about matchmaking events. Like, not gonna lie, if I found out my friend went to a matchmaking event, I'd be like, bro, it's never that serious. And again, I'm not saying this is right. Like, going to a matchmaking event is valid. But like, I could never, for free at least. Like a matchmaking event, that's like Pop the Balloon, but like being serious. Because like when you watch Pop the Balloon, you're like, okay, some people are just here like, you know, for fun. But if you go to an event, there are no cameras, you can't get any clout, bro. Like you're just there. It's just like, like no. Ugh. Like it gives me like the nasty chills thinking about it. And again, I'm not even saying that's like the right mindset to have. It's probably like an incorrect mindset, particularly if someone isn't happy with their, you know, status of dating. But yeah, no, women, you gotta understand, bro. A matchmaking event, because I feel like women can go to things like that with their friends. It's like, oh, like just for fun. Like, oh, we're just having a good time, just like, you know, meeting people. But I don't know. I feel like as a man, it's so easy to reek of desperation. Okay, I feel like a lot of men avoid that, or at least try to avoid that as much as they can.
And she's talking about it being fun and stuff like that. I feel like she said something to the effect of they had a contest to where you were, you know, you put a condom on a banana or something like that. It's like, what man would want to do that? That's like something that these modern women would do at like a bachelorette party, right? When they get wild and ruin their relationship. I don't know, dude, that would want to do that.
I'm realizing that I didn't tell you guys how me and my boyfriend decided to go on a date a few weeks back to this little spot in our new neighborhood, and we decided to go a little bit earlier than our reservation, and so we were like, it's fine, we'll go get a drink at the bar. And we walk into this restaurant. Keep in mind, it's like a smaller restaurant. And we go sit at the bar, and where we sit down, and the bartender's like back towards us, and then he turns around, says, hi, how are you guys? And him and I make eye contact. And it was a guy that I used to go on dates with from Hinge. And he's like, I see you, you see me. And he's like, oh my God, hi, how are you? I'm like, how are you? So good to see you. This is my boyfriend. And it's just like the most awkward, weird interaction. And like I'm pretty sure, I don't really remember how it ended, but I'm pretty sure I just like stopped responding to him. But like, it was actually good. Like we went on some pretty good Hinge dates, and like he was one of the only people that like I thought was pretty cool at that single era of mine. Anyways, he is a bartender, so he showed me some really cool drinks during that time we were talking, and one of those being an espresso martini with mezcal, which I showed to my now boyfriend. And so we're sitting at the bar, and obviously I can't tell my boyfriend like what's going on because I'm not gonna like say it in front of him, but like, so my boyfriend can sense that what's going on. Something weird is happening right now. There's something weird here, but I don't know what it is. And so he's like, okay, you know what? Like, yeah, let's order our drinks. He goes, I'm gonna get an espresso martini with mezcal. And the guy goes, oh, okay, that's a great drink. And my boyfriend goes, yeah, that's like our drink. It's like our drink. And he goes, oh, really? Okay, that's great. And I'm sitting there like this. If only my boyfriend knew that this was the man that showed me this drink, and I showed it to you, and now you're telling him that this is our drink, so now he knows that I like, do you know what I'm saying? It was just so awkward. And then later on, when we went to our table, I told my boyfriend, I was like, that's a guy that I've gone on dates with. I've actually told you some stories about those dates, and he's the one who showed me that drink, and you were just like, that's our drink. And now he thinks that he's the shit, so love that for us.
People in the comments are saying boyfriend humiliation ritual. I think maybe if, you know, well, there's a lot of women that they would have liked to know. So you probably pull them in, you know, hey, you know, can I talk to you real quick, you know, right now? And just say, hey, you know, just up front, that's kind of the guy that I used to date. I don't want it to be weird. And just go from there, right? So you just, so he's not blindsided is really all it is. But of course you guys are not going to do that. So
welcome to Blind Speed Dating. Can I have you step forward? All right,
see. What do we got? We got the dogs out. What are you guys thinking? We got one pop. We got 2 pops. All right. Why did you pop?
I don't know. She needs to get a pedicure.
Yeah, they are pretty nasty. All right, coming over here. Why did you pop?
I think she needs to repaint her nails or something.
Yikes. All right. Well, you can get out of here then. Let's go ahead and roll it up a little bit. I don't even see pants. Is she wearing pants? Oh, she barely is. All right, what do you guys think of that? Barely any pants. That's it? Oh my gosh. All right, why did you pop?
She's hit like that.
Oh my god. All right, coming over here. Why did you pop?
It's a little cold out right now. Preferably she should have some pants on.
I mean, maybe she's trying to get like easy action. Let's go ahead and reveal the shirt if she's even wearing one. I don't know. She got the hoodie on. No? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. No! Okay, why did you pop?
I'm just not messing with the fit. Like, don't.
Alright, you can get out of here then. Why did you pop?
I hate that color.
Damn.
I hate that color too.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and reveal her. Hey, does anyone change their mind? Alright, airball.
Airball, bro. Airball. Airball, bro. All of you from 1 to 20. Airball.
If you would have told 16-year-old me that these were the types of conversations that I was having with grown men as a 28-year-old woman, I would have gone through with myself. Like, dead ass, I probably would have gone through. Let's start with criminal number 1, my situationship. I get a text, hey fucker. First of all, that's my line. You stole my line, okay? Asking when I'm coming back home. To which, you know, I don't fucking know. Do I look like a flight attendant? I get this question like once a month. He says, okay, well, sick. When I tell him that, I said, I know, postpone the wedding. That led to dead radio silence. That scared him. That was too much, okay? So I don't hear from him for 48 hours. I'm like, oh, that spooked him, you know? I get a text, 8 a.m., Saturday morning. I can't even say it on here. I'll get like banned, but it says, I'm gonna to you this morning. Morning. So I respond like any mentally sane woman would, and I say, show me. Okay, I never said I wasn't part of the problem, okay? I never said that, okay? Anyways, he says, can't, on the boat right now. Then why would you text me? Why would you? What? Fucking weirdo. Okay. Criminal number 2 is the guy from Hinge who I've been talking to for like 2 weeks. We're just chatting. We haven't talked in like a few days. So I was just like, what you been up to? He says a lot of work, threesomes, and a bunch of running around. You know the drill.
Genuinely laugh. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, God.
Okay. Third criminal is a man from my past. He wants a second chance. Little does he know he didn't have a first chance. But I have just been a little lonely. So I'm like, you know what? I don't mind friend zoning you again. Like, let's chat. He sends me a picture of his back in 2 different angles. And then said, you still attracted to me? LMAO? ? I was at the movie theater, so I didn't respond. 30 minutes later, I get a dog emoji. I don't know if he was calling me a dog. I don't know. Ruff ruff. But I said, oh, you're still needing that validation, huh? And he said, just ensuring we're on the same sheet of music. I didn't respond because we're not. We're really not. Said, damn Kate, already curving. I don't validate men. Ever. All of that happened Saturday.
And this is the type of stuff that modern women are involved in. And they're putting it out online. And then when a man doesn't take them seriously, they're gonna wonder why.
Alright, y'all, let's talk about something. I really feel like a lot of women are delusional. I think you guys lie too much and it needs to be stopped. The girl said, I'm a baddie in the video. I'm afraid I'm his first baddie. In the comment section, there was nothing but girls like, oh my God, she is a baddie. You just have to see when she puts makeup on. That's not what somebody who is bad is. Someone who's bad is Lotto. Lotto with and without makeup. Lauren London with and without makeup. Megan Good with and without makeup. Angela Bassett with and without makeup. Tyla with and without makeup. Rihanna with and without makeup. You see how they look good with and without it? You're not a baddie if you have to put makeup, wigs, and weaves on. That doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't even call myself a baddie because I don't think I'm a top 10 without makeup in my opinion, but I'm honest with myself. I'm not gonna lie. I'm saying this to say there's girl pretty and there's boy pretty. When guys find a girl attractive, 9 times out of 10 she's pretty. When girls find a girl attractive, 9 times out of 10 you guys lie. Not every girl's like this, but some. I'm gonna give you an example. People think that Blake Lively is pretty. Women think that. Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' wife, the same one who accused somebody of being a weirdo and touching her and all that. Mind you, she lied, falsely accusing somebody. Blake Lively is a 2 in my book, and I've met a lot of people who say she's not pretty. This is, again, an opinion. Crucify me if you want to. No guy out here is going, Blake Lively's so hot. But then you show a guy, Lauren London, Megan Good, Nia Long, and they're all going for it. Or Sanaa Lathan from Love and Basketball. I don't know what it is about women, but you guys lie so much to each other that it's like you start believing your lies. I'm not doing this no more, y'all. I'm so tired of seeing the internet hype stuff up and lie. I would rather somebody tell me TUI than to tell me I'm fine when they don't think that. Stop lying to people. I don't understand this. This is why so many of you guys have your head gassed up, and this is the reason why there was models at one point that looked a certain way, because of the standards. You guys are ruining everything and trying to include everybody, and that's not how it goes. I'm not trying to be rude. This is the way the world is. Again, y'all, you know what's so sad? People get mad at me for saying these things, but in the real world, people are evil. You think I go up to people and say this? No, I'm just saying this because of the videos that I be seeing online. If you ask me how I felt about you, I would tell you the truth, but I would never go to your face and tell you this. I would never make a video asking people if I'm a baddie. I would never make a video saying I'm his first baddie, because I know the backlash it would get. I'm not stupid, but I really do think there's a difference with girl pretty and boy pretty. And there was a video a long time ago on YouTube where it was a lineup of girls, and it said to rank them from the most attractive to the least. They put the tank in the front and the pretty girl in the back. And then when the guys came out, they were like, what the fuck, and flipped it. They put the prettiest Asian girl all the way in the back. And this is a study that's been shown that you women like to lie. You put each other down because of competition, and you hype up the ones that aren't a competition to you. Not every woman's like this, but I'm seeing a big pattern with girls on social media. Sorry, but it's true.
Unfortunate facts. A whole bunch of nonsense, women lying. And it's good. Well, I mean, Tay gonna call them out every single time. But that's true. I mean, to give credit, the woman, she had pretty good skin, I think. Her hair was pretty. Right? She wasn't just butt ugly, but she wasn't a baddie. Somebody in the comments, and Janice was kind of saying the same thing too, Janice Cheyenne. she was saying this too. She was like, well, it doesn't, sometimes being a baddie isn't always about looks. It's about your aura, your confidence, and your aesthetic as well. I hear you, but then let's just say confidence. Baddie, y'all know baddie means pretty. It means beautiful. Right? Oh, man, why? I got 20 baddies and no men. Dressed down, looking great, fantastic. This, and this. Knowing she's not cute, she's not a baddie. Stop lying.
I would love to be in a male's head before a first date, because what do you mean you didn't look at the menu before you came? Like, you didn't know what you were gonna get before? You didn't look at parking? Like, you didn't think about your outfit for 3 days? Like, overthink it over and over? You didn't do that? You don't have talking points for when the conversation dies a little bit? Did you even shower?
I love when girls break up with their boyfriend. Thank you. Yes. Yes.
You ever heard that phrase, misery loves company? I feel like a lot of people are just so shameless about it nowadays. And I also feel like the internet has people so used to saying normal things that now they feel like they have to say things to be extra weird or just out of the ordinary. Because she easily could have made a video saying, I love when women break up with their boyfriends who weren't treating them right and they deserve better. And it's like, ooh, snaps. Yeah, we're doing good. Obviously, some people will still find a way to be mad about that, but just going on a limb and just being like, in general, like, everyone should be single, like me. And I say this as someone who really does enjoy being single and sees relationships as a prison. Like, if a man tells me that he broke up with his girl, I'd be like, oh man, that sucks. Getting that feel though. Like, yeah, I'm gonna tell him get a roster, sleep with people, do his thing, but I'm not gonna rejoice the breakup. Dude, I had a friend, he was dating a woman who was genuinely horrible and he broke up with her. I still didn't rejoice. You know why? Because he cared about her, at least at some point in time. So it's crazy that a lot of people would be tone deaf enough to hip hip hooray someone else's breakup when they're over there probably going through it. Like, the only time I'd want to hear you hip hip hooray my breakup is if you were gonna sleep with me right after.
So I get on the treadmill to do my cardio next to this bigger girl. If you're gonna ask me, 1, why did you get on the treadmill right next to her? 2, why is her being bigger matter at all? First of all, there's only 2 treadmills in my gym. And second of all, listen to the story and you'll find out why that's important. I have my big headphones on, my big Beats, okay? So she obviously thought that I couldn't hear her, but there was actually no music playing because I had just gone to the locker room to take pump pics. And if I have Okay, anyways. I'm getting sidetracked, okay? As I'm getting on the treadmill, she looks over and goes, of course it's someone like you. What does that mean? What is that supposed to mean? Someone like me? Okay, and if you know me, you know I'm the type of person that does not let that shit slide, okay? I took off my headphones, I looked at her, I said, what? I said, what? She goes, of course someone like you with a skinny little perfect little body came over here to be next to me on the treadmill and make me look bad. Bar for bar. Not even joking. Dead ass. I'm like, okay, so obviously, this is what I'm thinking internally. Obviously, this is coming from a place of internal insecurity, and maybe she had a problem with somebody who looked like me in the past, okay? Obviously, I didn't go and get on the treadmill next to her to mog her intentionally. So I said to her, well, thank you, but I don't know what you're trying to achieve by speaking to me like that. And she goes, well, you've clearly never had children. You're right. First of all, I haven't. This is the point where I was like, okay, this bitch is insufferable, and now I'm gonna have fun with it, because obviously there's not gonna be any reasoning with her, trying to make her like, she obviously just wants me to like compliment her or something. I don't know. So I looked her dead in the face and I said, actually, I'm married and I have 2 kids. Is that true? No, it's not. No, it is not. And when I tell you that snarky look wiped right off her face, I said, yeah, you can do it too. I said, you can look just like me too, if you tried hard enough. She had nothing to say back, at least for the 30 seconds that I waited for a response. And then I put my headphones back on and just did my thing, because I don't care. But yeah, I just wanted to share that because that was a really odd experience, and I've never had anybody like say some shit like that to my face or be bold enough to think they could get away with being nasty like that. So I don't know. Have any of you experienced something like that? Because I thought that was really odd.
And you know, once again, modern women, I keep on telling y'all, they won't leave anybody alone. It don't really matter. Like men, they're just disposable. So men, don't nobody care about men. Like when everybody craps on men, nobody cares. When it comes to a woman, all of a sudden it's outrage and have to speak about it, because how dare her talk to me like that? That's what we've been telling you. Modern women are insecure. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. This woman is moving the goalpost. She's starting drama with people. This is the type of stuff that has men not avoiding women in public, avoiding them going to the gym, grocery store, anywhere. This is the type of behavior. You cannot win with these type of women.
Guys, I was literally talking to this guy and he asked me last night, he was like, what do you want? Like, what are you looking for? And whatever. And I tell him, I'm like, I'm not looking for anything. I don't want anything. I just want something casual, because like men bring misery, and also I'm way too busy right now to handle anything on my life, you know, like a relationship or whatever. And you know what he's gonna say? He's gonna be like, he literally said verbatim, what are you doing tomorrow night? Like tonight, what are you doing? Let me take you out on a date. I'm gonna need the shirt back. What? If I had told this motherfucker that like, yo, like I want something serious, he would have probably ghosted me. But this moment I said like, oh, I'm not looking for anything, he wants to take me on a date. Why do men work like this? And I literally asked him like, I literally just told you I don't want anything. He's like, yeah, it doesn't have to mean anything, but I want to take you on a date. What the fuck? Like, oh my god, I know exactly what he wants, but it's like, he's not getting that. But like, dude, why do they work like that, bro? Hate men.
And this is how we know that modern women they don't understand what's actually going on. He's getting ready to crack. You don't want anything serious, so he already knows where you're at. He's getting ready to crack.
This is my ideal day if I was a man. Wake up 3 p.m. I was up all night on the game. I don't know what game, but I was on the game. Get in the shower. Shower with only 3-in-1. Don't have to shave. Don't really scrub. Get out of the shower. Brush my teeth for 10 seconds. I don't believe in that 2-minute stuff. Don't have to brush my hair. Put on some pants. No shirt. don't need a shirt. For breakfast, I eat eggs. 5 eggs, just eggs, nothing else, only eggs, protein. Text the boys, sup. That's all I say. Scroll through my phone, 15 girls in my phone. Respond to all of them with a picture of my eyeball and half of it is the ceiling. I won't respond to them for another week. For dinner, I get Chipotle. Extra everything. Sitting on the couch and spilling my Chipotle while I eat it. I'm watching football. It's the game. The game is on. I love the game. I go to the gym to get a pump with one of my bros. So many shirtless mirror pictures because I think I'm gonna be the next Arnold Classic winner. Then I leave the gym. I have more eggs. I don't believe in protein powder, just eggs. It's finally time for my favorite part of the day, the game. I hop on the game. I'm sitting on my PS5 all night. My phone is blowing up. Maybe it's my mom, don't know, haven't talked to her in a month. Maybe it's one of those 15 girls, don't know, don't care. Finally, get exhausted, fall asleep in my bed, navy sheets, and 1 blanket, no pillows.
Here's pretty much the whole day for modern women. I wake up, I check the news and see what the Kardashians are doing. I check the news and see what's going on with 90 Day Fiance. Check the news and see what's going on with The Bachelor. Check the news, see what's going on with all the drama on TikTok. All the drama and are we dating the same man? Are they developing any apps that allow us to have something similar to the T app? Checking the news to see if there's any content from Share 7 that's going to lead me down a rabbit hole of foolishness. And any other dating coach that's going to get my behind in trouble and me into foolishness and drama.
For the girls who feel like they're just miserable in their marriage and they feel like they cannot go another day because they are unhappy and miserable, let me tell you something. I'm going to help you. I am about to change your world. You're not supposed to be happy all the time in your marriage. You can go years, you can go months, you can go weeks, you can go days and not be happy, and you still need to stay. I am very tired of people saying, well, I wasn't happy. He didn't make me happy anymore. Marriage is not about happiness. If you want to be happy, get a dog. If you want to be happy, then you need to find a hobby, because marriage is not about happiness. Marriage is about commitment through thick and thin, through good and bad.
24 and I've never dated anyone before, and it must be because I'm fucking ugly and disgusting. Yeah, that's fucking bullshit, actually. A lot of advice people give me is to change my hair, take my glasses off, do a makeover. Why should I have to change myself to find love?
I feel like nowadays finding romantic love is strictly based on luck. Luck and a bit of effort. There's no guarantee for anyone, but there are people who put far more effort into finding their romantic love by any means. And those women are willing to lose weight, change themselves, try to be more conventionally attractive. And like you said, why do you have to do that? You don't have to do that. It just slims down your chances, because today people are giving it out like candy, men and women. Okay, there's no standard for marriage. There's no standard for love. You could have somebody in your bed at night by swiping a phone. So it's harder to find genuine people, genuine connections. There's such a small pool, and you're pulling out of this very small pool of men. And then you're fighting with women who are putting maximum amounts of effort to get those men. And even though you don't want to put in effort, you're like, I'm not changing for a man. Well, that's fine. You're just going purely off of just luck. Nothing extra, nothing more, just luck. Because there are plenty of women who don't follow the trends, who don't follow the standards, and they do find men. But trust me when I say they were at the right place at the right time, and it was just luck. When I met my husband, I was not looking for him. And I feel like I kept up with myself. I was going to the gym every single day. I was doing right by myself. I was in school. But truth be told, I was talking to multiple people, and none of them were husband material. I don't think I did anything differently or better or worse with my husband. He just happened to love me. He happened to want the same things I wanted. And you don't have to change yourself. You don't have to do those things. I feel like women who put maximum effort in, they just have more options. They have more chances than a woman who is not willing to put that same level of effort in.
And this is the problem with dating with a lot of modern women. They don't want to do anything to improve. And so they say, I'm perfect just the way that I am. Yeah, maybe sure in some aspects, but you expect a man if he doesn't have the things that you want, you expect him to go get those things and then come back to you. So I don't know why you don't think that there's something that you should be doing. Well, my personality is my personality and I look the way that I look, right? But, you know, you're aware that there are some improvements that you need to make. I don't need to tell you that. Just make the improvements and then come back. Sometimes it's not even physical. Sometimes most of the improvements that you need to make are mental and emotional. A lot of modern women are terrible at those, so we can start there. Accountability and apologize.
About 87% of black women in America are mothers compared to the 54% of black men who report being fathers. Now, this difference right here, because a lot of you are confused because you're slow. This difference right here means that more black women are becoming parents than black men. Not just in number of children, but in the likelihood of parenthood overall. A lot of you are like, well, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense because a lot of black women are having black children. Let's break it down. Research and reality shows among black women, a large share have multiple children by multiple different men. Too often we hear black women complaining about black men not being fathers, black men not showing up, black men not being in their kids' lives. And this right here becomes the indictment of the men alone. But if fewer black men are fathers than black women are mothers, it's not simply a matter of black men just not showing up. Now we have to discuss who are these black men you guys are having kids by? Because choosing the bottom of the barrel and then getting upset because he is not an A1 father sounds like a personal problem. A lot of these men that you guys are having kids by also have like 3 to 5 to 6 to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 I've seen on social media other baby mamas. You guys are all literally recycling the same nigga and then getting upset because he's not a decent father. Bitch, he wasn't a father to the last baby he had. So what made you think you were gonna be a father to yours? Statistical snapshot data shows that a high proportion of black women have multiple children with multiple different men. If one woman has a child by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men, the chances of these men being in these kids' life is very thin. Just like a man who has a baby, especially in the West, has a baby by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 women, the chances of him being in all these kids' life are very thin. Again, let's think about the kids here. However, when a relatively small pool of men share paternity with many women, the chances of involved fatherhood is very slim. And I hate this whole narrative in the black community that black men are horrible fathers when statistically they're not. Black men fail black families. Black women are just so victim minded and so they're just the biggest victims in the black community. When the data proves something completely different. More black women are becoming mothers than black men. You guys are also becoming mothers to the same exact nigga. And the type of niggas and the quality of niggas that you guys are becoming mothers by are horrible. But these are the black men who are failing the black family. You failed the black family first when you decided to lay down and give a baby to that nigga. You failed the black family when you did not require commitment before a child. You failed the black family when you did not assess whether this was a quality man before you gave him a baby. I literally see you wenches on TikTok bragging about being the 6th and 7th baby mama. One girl says she the 11th baby mama, didn't know he had. How in the fuck you didn't know this man had 10 other baby mamas? And you ended up, you mean to tell me you had a baby by a nigga who was able to hide 10 other baby mamas? Y'all be getting pregnant by men y'all met yesterday. But the black man is failing black families. No, bitch, your weak ass coochie is.
So I went on a show recently say, I thought I was a 3rd baby mama, but turns out I'm the 4th. Why would you even be the 3rd baby mama? That's what men aren't understanding. It's like, how come you're the 3rd baby mama? That doesn't make any sense. You're already at a disadvantage.